Hello, my name's Stephanie, and today we'll be reading What's Your Story That Broke You Over the Edge to Losing Weight from the subreddit Lose It. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up for more. Let's get started. Last summer I was in a friend's pool with a couple of these girls. We were all roughhousing in the water and I noticed the girls were trying to play roughhouse with my friends and not me. After seeing how uncomfortable the girls got when I tried to initiate with them, I just felt so embarrassed. I remember clear as day stumbling into the bathroom and looking at my big gut thinking I wouldn't exactly feel myself up either. I never wanted to be in that situation ever again. It was horrible. I initially plateaued at 10 pounds for a month after the day and gave up. It wasn't until February that I remembered that gut-wrenching feeling of being repulsive. That got me to go full force. I've dropped from 232 to 203 and can fit in a large t-shirt again. I can probably say it's safe to believe I might even be at my goal weight of 180 by July. My click moment had to do with a plane trip to my sister's graduation 2 years ago. I had to take 2 flights to get there. I felt uncomfortable on the first one and almost couldn't buckle the seat, which is embarrassing internally, but overall was fine. The second flight, however, was hell. The second flight was a small flight on a small plane. I saw how small the seats were and prayed that no one was going to sit next to me, but someone did, and while she didn't say words, her face said it all. I felt so terrible and squished myself against the side of the plane and tried to take up the least amount of space possible. I had become that person, and I was mortified about it. The actual time we spent there was really nice, and at the party for my sister's graduation, her boyfriend proposed. I was overjoyed for her, but part of me felt so selfish that my next thought was it would mean another plane. I made a decision that I would lose enough weight to be comfortable on a plane by her wedding the next year, and I did. I lost 50 pounds by her wedding and did not have to struggle to fasten the belt or worry about being a bother to other passengers. I was really proud of that. Edit. There were a lot of other moments that should have been click moments that embarrassingly were not enough to change. The moment I realised I had trouble tying my shoes. The moment when I realised it hurt just walking to the store from the parking lot. The moment when I realised my periods had stopped because of my weight. The moment I realised that I was starting to pay attention to maximum weight limit on chairs so I wouldn't break them. All of them were reasons that contributed to my decision to make a life change, but none of them separately were enough. It was a perfect storm of a few things. I went to the doctor who weighed me and then flagged my medical chart with a small red tag that read obese. I was 23 and already getting little flags for things that made me high risk. After that, they tested my blood. I already had high cholesterol. On top of this, I saw the scale start out with a 2 for the first time in my life. As I was sitting on the sofa, moping and crying, wallowing in self-pity, my husband came home and asked what was wrong. Instead of coddling me and letting me remain complacent, he challenged me to do something about my health instead of whining and crying about it. All of this created the perfect storm of my being fed up with my life. Now I've lost over 50 pounds and never been happier. I thank my husband regularly that he gave me the last little kick in the butt I needed to get my stuff together. For weight loss, it was realising I needed to buy new clothes because my 2X shirts were getting too tight across my stomach. 3X is the line where you can't really find shirts in normal stores anymore. It's also the line where if you buy shirts at a convention or concert, they get more expensive. I didn't want to cross that line. On the fitness front, after I had lost about 75 pounds, I was in a line at Dragon Con and the guys in front of me were talking about a male friend who'd spent a year losing weight, lifting weights to cosplay as Thor. Dude walked up, looked amazing. I thought, I wonder what I could do if I just committed to working out for a year. Graduation from law school. I stress ate and drank my way through my last quarter, and when graduation day came, I grabbed my nice dress to wear to dinner with my boyfriend and family, and almost couldn't get it zipped. It was so tight. I was mortified, but leaving from my boyfriend's house, I couldn't grab anything else or figure out an alternative. I spent literally the entire night feeling like someone had shoved me into a sausage casing and praying the zipper didn't burst in the middle of the ceremony. My parents and boyfriend and friends all wanted to take pictures of me, and every time they showed me one on their phone, I looked big. My belly, my arms, and especially my face just looked so soft and round. It was awful. It should have been one of the proudest days of my life, and instead I spent the entire evening feeling fat. My dress was literally painful, so I couldn't get away from it. The ceremony ended, I got high, ate a ton of fried chicken, and then lost 15 pounds during bar prep alone. And now I've passed my original goal weight of 135 and I'm aiming for 125 now. I'm a 5'6" woman. Law school graduation is what did it for me too. I'm wrapping up my finals, but I've gained a lot of weight these past 3 years. Doesn't help that every social or networking event is open bar and you're encouraged to drink or otherwise deal with a million questions about why you aren't drinking all night. Had to switch to online classes due to COVID and suddenly had more free time because all in-person events were cancelled. So I was organising my closet and realised how few of my clothes fit comfortably anymore. 10 pounds down since that day, a couple of weeks ago already. Amazing what not drinking and actually paying attention to the food being ingested can do. I moved into a new home and broke the toilet seat by sitting on it. While it was an old toilet seat and its time had come, I was the one who broke it. After that, it started to settle in my head that things needed to change. I have always loved roller coasters. You know where I'm going with this. I have always been overweight, so I didn't think much of it when I went to Cedar Point with my husband. Thank God it was just the two of us and none of our friends. I was 265 pounds and had always held most of my excess weight around my hips. I couldn't fit into the first 2 coasters I tried. I will always be thankful for the workers there who made my exit off the coaster as quiet as possible, but I'll never forget that feeling. I lost 50 pounds, took a break for a long while and gave 15 pounds back, but I'm back on track now and ready to lose the rest. I saw a picture of me in jeans from behind. It was not pretty. Been there. I went into a thrift store and found a big pair of men's jeans that I wanted to cut into some cute distressed oversized shorts. I didn't even try them on because I was so sure they'd be baggy. Well, they didn't fit. First time I've ever looked at my body realistically and accepted I had to lose weight. Now I fit into the jeans perfectly. Still a ways to go for them to be oversized, but we're getting there. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more very soon.